All right, guys, I'm going to try to keep this video short and to the point. And it's going to basically be like a quick start program for the steak and eggs diet, okay? Steak and eggs diet is simple, effective, well-known. A lot of people ask me about it with questions on how to start. So I am going to just run you guys through it really quickly. Okay. First of all, eat. If you want to lose weight primarily while maintaining and or building a little muscle, eat only twice a day, okay? If you want to stay lean, but your goal is to actually build more muscle, go on 3 meals a day. Most people usually want to lose weight, so most people will only be eating 2 times a day. Okay, that's one thing. Now, in those 2 meals or those 3 meals, eat as much or as little as you want of whatever you want, okay? But it has to be either meat or eggs. You can scramble a dozen eggs, you could hard boil 1 egg, you could do whatever you want, but it has to be just eggs and meat. If you feel like you crave a fatty hamburger meat, okay, it's probably because you need more calories or you need more fat. Eat it, okay? If you don't need to eat that much, okay, or if you don't need a fatty food like you crave chicken, fine, go ahead and just make yourself some chicken and eat that. Maybe you need protein, maybe you don't need that much fat, that many calories. This diet is very instinctive, okay? Just eat as much or as little of whatever you want as long as it's meat and or eggs, okay? And make sure you do not eat anything in between meals or drink anything that has any calories. The only thing you are allowed to drink on this diet is water, okay? Drink at least 4 liters of water a day, okay? That's very important. People talk about constipation. One of the problems is water. People talk about dizziness, weakness, headaches. One of the reasons is water, okay? So make sure you're drinking at least 4 liters of water a day. This is what I drink, okay? This is a non-BPA 2-liter bottle. I've got a couple of those I keep in my refrigerator, and this is a 1-liter bottle, so that's like basically like 6 liters of water that I have all the time. You see that's colored, okay? What I do that kind of cheat is I make decaffeinated herbal tea in a iced tea maker, and I make sure I fill those bottles up before I go to bed at night, so when I wake up in the morning, they're filled and they're cold. Okay, drink at least 4 liters a day. Water or tea, unsweetened brewed tea, or if you want, maybe black coffee. Stay away from the black coffee because the problem with that is it's a diuretic. You're going to be a little bit dehydrated from this diet in the beginning, and the last thing you need to do is drink a diuretic. So water or just brewed non-caffeinated tea, okay? Another thing, speaking of dehydration, a lot of times you will lose electrolytes on this diet. Do not be afraid to put salt and pepper on your food, okay? You could put basically any seasoning that doesn't have carbohydrates. So salt, pepper, you could put a little garlic powder on your food, you could put a little onion powder on your food, but basically stick to just salt and pepper. And if you want more salt, put more salt on your food. Your body's telling you that your sodium levels are going down, and if they go down, you're not going to be able to retain the water you're drinking. You'll drink more and still be dehydrated. You'll still have headaches. You'll still be dizzy, still be weak, etc. Make sure you're not afraid to take in a lot of sodium. Speaking of which, I said you could eat any meal you want. If you crave bacon, you sit down and you eat a whole plate of bacon if you want. It's got fat, it's got protein, it doesn't have carbs, but it does have a lot of sodium, which your body might need if you're craving bacon. Okay, and that's basically the diet. Now, let's talk about supplementation, okay? As the diet went along, Gironda says you could eat like 1 salad a day, maybe 2 salads a day, just green leafy vegetables, okay? Do not eat fruit, do not eat vegetables, do not drink juice, do not take in anything but green, fibrousy, leafy vegetables, okay? That is because your body needs fiber. Yes, there are carbs in them, but since your body cannot break down fiber, it's like eating a sponge that goes through cleans out your system, so to speak. You don't digest it, so it doesn't really count as carbohydrates, okay? I personally, always had a problem with buying them, and then, they went bad, and I usually lived alone and whatever, so this is what I personally use, okay? It's a sugar-free fiber supplement, okay? There are carbohydrates in it, but it's mostly fiber. It is going to be okay as long as you don't eat any other carbohydrates during the day, okay? I usually take like 6 teaspoons of that at night. They say spread it over the day. I just take it all at night with some water before I go to sleep, okay? And for the people who think that's not in following with Gironda believes that if you cannot digest food, it doesn't matter how perfect your diet is because you're not going to use it anyway. And one of the things he believed is cleaning out your digestive system by taking exactly the same seeds that are ground up in here, okay? The idea is basically that it will clean out your intestines and you'll be able to, your entire digestive system, you'll be able to digest food better, okay? So he didn't include it in the steak and eggs diet, but he did believe in using exactly this supplement. And like I said, I use this as a fiber supplement because I tend to not, I'm just like too busy, or no excuses, I just don't do it, eating a lot of salads, okay? So make sure you drink at least 4 liters of water a day. Make sure you take your fiber supplement or eat 2 big salads a day, and you will not have a problem with constipation. Okay, talk about supplements. These are the supplements that I take. These are the supplements that I tell people to take on this diet. Okay, they're all cheap. They're all simple. Gironda also was a big fan of supplements. This is not necessarily what he said for you to take, but this is what I suggest you take. This is a really cheap, generic multivitamin. Cover your bases, take a multivitamin with your first meal, okay? Fish oil, EFA, essential fatty acid tabs, okay? Take 3 of them a day. If you eat 3 meals a day, take 1 at each. If you have 2 meals a day, have 2 fish oil tabs and a multivitamin in the morning and 1 fish oil tab at night. And vitamin C, 1 gram. Okay, I take 3 a day. So once again, if you're eating, 3 meals a day, then you'll have the the gram of vitamin C and the fish oil tab in the morning, gram of vitamin C and the fish oil tab at lunch and dinner. If you eat only twice a day, then you have 2 fish oils, 2 grams of vitamin C and the multivitamin in the morning, and at night you'll just have in your second meal 1 fish oil tab and 1 gram of vitamin C. And that is basically the entire diet, okay? Like I said, I'm keeping this as simple as possible. If I did not tell you to eat something, don't eat it, okay? And if I did tell you to eat something, make sure you eat it. And once again, as for what you eat, I mean, somebody posted a comment the other day saying that he could eat a whole bunch of eggs, and if he eats red meat, he starts to get fat, but eating the eggs keeps him lean. That's what works for him. He should stay with it, If, on the other hand, you want to eat like 2 steaks a day and only have like 1 or 2 eggs, then stick with that, okay? And if, like I said, you want to have a plate of bacon, or if you want to have some chicken or whatever, as long as you only stick to the 2 or 3 meals a day you decide, you can eat as much or as little as you want. Any questions, just let me know. But like I said, this is basically it. Do everything I said to do. Do not do anything I didn't say to do. And this should be enough to get you started on the steak and eggs diet.